understood what's going on over there, but what I do know is uh, that little island over there, where a shipwreck used to be, which can't really see it. You can kind of see it there. Is our next destination, is where our next challenge is. Probably shouldn't engage with that. Although we do have that phase shift thing. So it'd be kind of funny to just phase right through it and see what's going on without them noticing. Alright, here we go. The sky is changing once again. To accommodate for the shipwreck shoals over here. Which is where our next challenge is. I think I already said that. There it is, over there. Scurry on the shipwreck. Gather as many collectibles as you can before your time runs out. So, yeah, the shipwreck from the story is actually risen back from the ocean for you to do a little challenge in. So, if you missed any capsules here, this actually be a pretty cool way to recollect those capsules. And I've already shown the other case where that's actually really useful with another challenge that we'll do here in a bit at Dead Man's Cove. So yeah, just 25 orbs. So, I mentioned this before about how each of the playsets have their own unique challenge theme. And the challenge theme for the Pirates of the Caribbean playset is, oddly enough, by the way, each time you end the challenge, the shipwreck sinks back down into the ocean. So that it's gonna be kind of weird having it rise and sink up and down over and over again for each of our attempts at this challenge. It's really weird. Also, it's also weird that the announcer's lines of him talking about like, oh, collect this many orbs and watch the clock or whatever. It's weirdly delayed there. I think this is the only challenge where that's the case. Huh. It's probably the cutscene that causes that. Of the shipwreck rising back up. But as I was saying, each playset has their own challenge theme. And the song that is used for the challenge theme, or that is used as the challenge theme for the Pirates of the Caribbean playset, is the song Salty Sea Dog, which is a song from Inspired Production Music from their album Kooky Acoustics 2. Don't ask how I know that. Well, I'm sure if you Shazammed the song in this game, pretty much playing the song in game and holding your cell phone's microphone up to the TV, you could probably find it that way. How I found it was through the game's files, or actually, I found a rip of all of its music on the internet. I'm not going to share where I found it. If you know, you know. But anyways, yeah, that was how I was able to find all of the names of the songs. I kind of went from there and found all of them. I even tried making a Spotify playlist recently of all of the songs in this game that I could actually find on the service, so that's kind of interesting, you know. Of course, not all of them are on Spotify. Some of them are more obscure than others, and some of them I think were once on the service but were taken off for whatever reason. So, yeah. But yeah, just kind of something interesting to note. And also, a very interesting developmental decision to have You know, put that much thought into the challenge music of all things, you know. But they didn't anyway.
Great. Fantastic.
I know. I might have enough to collect the last of them. I probably will. Yeah.
Looking great.
I wonder if I should continue my story from before. Okay, we can't open the chest again. Just checking. Anyways.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think I talked before about having a friend of ours repairing our Wii, even though I don't think we really had to. Uh-oh. Interesting. But anyways, that's it for Shipwreck Shoals. We could head back to our ship. And head on over to Dead Man's Cove. Why don't I talk about the rest of the story right now? Sure. While we head over to Dead Man's Cove, I'll talk about it. So, like I said, this was, I believe, the summer of 2012 that we went on vacation with a bunch of our friends.
They're in our range, Captain. Direct hit, Captain.
Nice. And like I said before, I remember it was 2012 because it was around when Lego Batman 2 first came out, which I was super hyped for, and I'm pretty sure I bought it day one.
Man the rigging.
And so, yeah, because I remember quite a lot of the time spent there was me looking up like walkthroughs of the game, because I remember going through some of its story while there and discovering all the cool new additions they made to that game in particular compared to Lego games before it. And, you know, me and some of our friends, or me, my sister, and some of our friends would often play games on the Wii while there. You know, stuff like, I think we had Mario Party 8 at this time. It's a fun one. And, okay, the other game that we play a lot that has to do with the story, I believe, is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Now, I don't know how true this is. It's just coming from what I remember. But we had troubles getting the game to work. From what I remember, I'm pretty sure it was just that we put the game in the wrong way, but we might not have known that at the time. Because I believe there is a specific way that you put in the Wii disc, otherwise it won't work. Because, you know, the disc laser is in a specific side of the Wii console. And so when the system was unable to read the disc from us putting it in the wrong way, we thought, oh no, the Wii's broken, we should get it repaired. And I partly believe, I don't know if this is like entirely true, of that the repairments that were made to it can be to blame for how our Wii's disk drive stopped working so fast. Shut up. Anyways, clear out Dead Man's Cove. Defeat all the enemies before time runs out. So we have another combat challenge. Cool.
Watch the clock.
Alright. So we only have 3 enemies to deal with. And they are driftwood pirates. Okay. So they're not even that strong. Yes, we can use tools and packs here. Cool. Gone. Gone.
You did it.
Cool. Are the rest of them going to be driftwood?
Here we go.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Destroy the enemies. Watch the clock.
Alright. We have 6 of them to deal with now. Pretty similar to the, I believe, the brawl at the bay. On Buccaneer Bay. Alright, not all of them are going to be driftwood. We do have some clam pirates to deal with as well. Okay. Oh. Let's see how well bombs will come in our favor. There we go. Yeah, we have a whole 2.5 minutes. That's plenty of time. Like, cause watch this. He's down. And he's down. 2 bomb blasts is all you need to defeat those guys.
Great finish. Great. Here we go.
Alright. It's probably, what, 10 enemies? Yeah.
Here's the time limit. Great.
Very often would we complain about our, electronics not working and just it turning out to be just our own mistakes. I think everyone can relate to that. I don't know. I don't know how I remember this, or how I remember it so vividly, but this was probably when I was like 5, playing Lego Batman the video game. And me complaining about how my menu selections were not working. And it was probably me thinking that I could use pointer controls on the game's menus rather than the analog stick. And there we go, leveled up. Alright, and I believe there are, there are 3 challenges in Dead Man's Cove, and one of them requires Jack Sparrow. So we'll probably have to change to him here in a bit. And I remember still talking about the story, running to my father and trying to explain it to him, and I think he said something like, dude, you gotta point the remote at the sensor bar, not the TV. I guess at the time I didn't know what the sensor bar was, because I was a stupid little kid when I was 5, so, eh. Am I gonna need the dinghy for this? I probably am. I probably am going to. So let's go ahead and get that. There's another challenge over there. Should probably take care of that first. Ooh, we got a bomb challenge.
Ready for this?
Pitching with power. Break as many collectibles as you can before the time runs out. So now we have to deal with armored orbs, which we have to use our bombs. At least I think we do, to use our bombs to break. Maybe we don't. Well, these ones are raised, so we kind of have to for these. But like the ones on the ground, which there probably aren't that many. Probably. Like this one over here. Yeah, we can use a sword for. Cool. But I guess these are purposefully laid out to where you'll need to use your bombs for them. Or the dinghy, for that matter. Yeah, probably. Alright.
Almost there.
Look how much time we have. My God.
Great. You did it.
Cool.
Great.
Collect this many. The time to beat.
Wonder if there's any like of that, you know, of the complaining that I mentioned about blaming the system rather than ourselves on their dumb mistakes. If any of them have to do with this game in particular, even though I know it was later. It was later in my childhood that this game was released and I played it, so there might not be as many. Although I can actually think of a couple. Like... this has to do with the Wii version of the game. Or there's actually a couple things that have to do with the Wii version of Disney Infinity, because that's what I played first. And for the first couple months that the game was out and they were releasing content for it, that was the version I played. So it makes sense why I mentioned it so much. Come on. Oh, okay, okay. So we're actually required to use our bombs for this challenge. I was trying to pull up the tools and packs menu, and that does not work.
Great finish. Great.
You're right, time for hard.
Collect this.
But yeah, one thing I find interesting is that... So, I wonder if I should mention this. Because one thing that's interesting about the Wii version of Disney Infinity is that it actually is one of the few Wii games to utilize a dual-layer disc. If you don't know, dual-layer discs are discs that are able to hold twice as much storage as a normal optical disc. And so the ones for the Wii were able to hold 8 gigabytes of storage rather than the usual, I believe, 4.6 gigabytes, something around there. And one was used for Disney Infinity in particular, which is weird because it's one of the few third-party games to use a dual-layer disc, because not many did. It was mainly first-party games, including another one I had as a kid, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Probably the most well-known Wii game to use a dual-layer disc. Alongside others like Metroid Prime Trilogy and Xenoblade Chronicles, but that's besides the point. The point is that I find it really weird now that an issue that the game faced when it first came out was the fact that many Wii systems could not read it because the Wii's disc laser, or disc reader, wasn't very good at reading dual-layer discs. Which makes sense, because it's more stuff to read. Where is that last orb? My God. I got a whole minute to find it. But who knows if that's enough time. I sure hope it is. Oh, God. I might be screwed, guys. Oh, no, it's right here. Cool.
I am waiting for my recompense.
But yeah, it's weird that I suffer from that issue when Brawl first came out of my Wii not really being able to read the disc that I bought that well. It could be the disc itself, because I think I bought a used copy of it. But what's weird is that I was able to read my Disney Infinity Wii disc just fine. And it could be the fact that I actually don't know how much of the second layer of the dual layer disc that both games use. I do know, I think Disney Infinity doesn't use much of it. I think the Wii version is a 5 gigabyte game. So yeah, it doesn't use much of it. I don't know about Smash Bros. Brawl. I'll have to look into that. Maybe that has to do with it. And that a lot of its storage is found on the second layer of the disc, and that for Disney Infinity, not much of it is. I don't know. That might explain some of the glitches that I dealt with while playing the game on Wii. Or that could just be the game itself, or being a game that they just barely got running on the system. But whatever. I don't even... I don't even know where I'm going. I know where the next challenge is. It's over there. Keep on forgetting that I have to use the dinghy. That freaking dinghy. It causes me so many problems. Thank goodness this is the only place that I have to deal with that for. Or that I have to do... where I have to deal with that. So, yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I think there was one point where I had my Wii set horizontally while playing Disney Infinity. And when I did that, the game started glitching out, and I blamed it on the Wii being held sideways. So from that point on, I would always have the Wii set vertically and never horizontally. I don't even know. I still don't know if it affects performance. But, yeah, that's the reason why I would always have my Wii set vertically no matter what. So isn't that interesting? I still don't know what the cause of that issue was, if it was the game itself, or it actually was from the game being so stupid that you have to play the game with the Wii set vertically. Knowing the game, that might actually be the case, but again, I don't know. So, yeah, take that as you will. There might be some research on that, who knows. Or it could just be the fact that I played games primarily on the Wii for that long to where the ports were getting worse and worse because games on other systems were getting more and more advanced. It's probably that. It's probably that. Oh, I already hear the next challenge over here. Cove collect, which requires Jack Sparrow. Alright, let's do it. Gather as many collectibles as you can before your time runs out. So yeah, this gets this whole section spinning again, which is really nice. This is the only way you can have it spinning after initially going through the story mission. So it's a little weird that the game doesn't tell you this, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Because I'm sure most people will be able to figure it out, at least eventually.
Fantastic.
Alright.
Almost there.
Should probably be able to, yeah, just collect this one over here. And there we go.
You did it.
And we level up once again. And there we go. We got the Gold Star Accomplished Pirate
Great.
for
Challenge initiated.
going through every single challenge in the playset at least once. But I may as well do all 3 difficulties just for the heck of it, you know? Just because I'm just like that.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Looking great. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Great.
It's funny that still to this day, I realize this. It's interesting that I'm talking about the Wii version of Disney Infinity so much. Because, spoiler alert, I actually plan on doing a separate playthrough of Disney Infinity for Wii because of how different that version is. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting. So that's why I've been trying to avoid talking about it, because I should probably talk about it when I actually get to that version. But what I was going to say is that it's interesting that to this day, whenever I hear people talking about this game, I hear so many people mentioning the Wii version. when the game initially came out, I didn't hear that many people talking about it. It wasn't until much later. I also found out that the best-selling version of this game was on the Wii. Now, I get that the Wii was the best-selling console out of all the systems it was released on. I think the closest to competing with it was the PlayStation 3. But I guess it's because these kind of games sell well on Nintendo platforms. Because, you know, Nintendo kind of sells their systems more towards families than like, I don't know if you could say competitors, Microsoft and Sony's systems. But, like, still, you know, it has more franchises that appeal towards families, like, you know, Mario and, I guess, Kirby and Pokemon, I guess, because Nintendo has the exclusivity rights to those franchises, at least. Well, they own a third of Pokemon, but still, it's owned between them, the Pokemon Company, and Game Freak. Or is it Creatures Inc.? I forget. It's one of those companies. Actually, I think it is Creatures Inc. Or Creatures Incorporated, whatever you want to call them. And that, like, those three make up the Pokemon Company. It's something like that. But that's not what's important. What's important is that a whole bunch of people I've seen talk about this game talk about the Wii version, to where, like, a lot of their complaints specifically have to do with that version. It's really weird. Oh, by the way, we can use our tools and packs on this challenge. I don't know why you would want to, but it's there. Using the bomb might actually help with platforming a little. Just a little, though, not a lot. Yeah, actually, they collide with the orbs. I thought they just phase right through them. That's very interesting. Alright, just gotta wait. Well, maybe we don't have to wait. I should have waited. Oh well. Really wish I knew how quickly this would spin. Because, yeah. Alright, I might just barely have enough time to reach these 3 orbs. Yep, okay. Oh god, I'm gonna have to make a run for it. No! Yeah, I know.
Fantastic.
Dear god. Also interesting that the platform starts spinning when you bring up the challenge menu. That's really weird. I guess you could kind of mess with that in a lot of instances of constantly turning it on and off over and over again. I don't know, something like that. Actually, now that I think about it, I do remember another childhood memory related to Pirates of the Caribbean. I know, about time, am I right? There's not many, but I do remember that, I think there would be some Lego sets that my aunt would have at her house. Oddly enough. Yeah, it seems like at different houses that I would go to, they would have Lego sets of various Lego sets at each of them. And I think some of them were actually some of the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean sets, which I don't really remember what they all were. It's been a while since I've actually looked through all of them. I guess because I wasn't as interested in that theme as other themes from around that time. Like, I think around that time, this was around, I think 2011, right? Because that was when On Stranger Tides came out. The 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Let's see if I can get it from here. No. not a chance. But we still have a minute to spare, so we could probably very easily get it here in a bit. I do remember, though, that with the Pirates of the Caribbean sets that came out alongside On Stranger Tides, I believe they were based on like all of the films, including On Stranger Tides.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I do remember some of the sets that were like based on the beginning of Dead Man's Chest. But anyways, there we go. We are now done with all the challenges. We only have one more gold star to take care of, which I believe is Salty Old Sailor. Sail your ship for a total of 2 hours. Doesn't that sound like fun, kids? That's the only thing we have left to do. Just mindlessly sail our way across the ocean. How fun. As I was saying, I don't really remember the Pirates of the Caribbean sets that well. I guess because at the time I was more interested in other Lego themes, like the Toy Story, the Lego Toy Story theme, which I was all about at that time and a little before it, because that was what, 2009, 2010. So it was like, yeah, it was a little before it. But yeah, I had nearly all of the Lego Toy Story sets. It was crazy. But I think I've already talked about that. Either that or it might as well just be a story for another time, because there's still the Toy Story content to go through for this game. But I'm mentioning that because another set that would be at my aunt's house was one of the Lego Toy Story sets. I believe it was the garbage truck themed after Toy Story 3. But I believe the others were Pirates of the Caribbean sets. Like, I think one of them was like, I think there was a set based after the Fountain of Youth from the fourth movie on Stranger Tides.
She's part of Southeng's fleet. I'd bet my mother's last tooth on it.
That's great, Mr. Gibbs. I don't care. Alright, looks like we have no choice. Might as well
Ship up the starboard bow!
pull out. Yeah, look at these animations of these, of our pirate crew. That's interesting. Alright, there we go. We got Calypso's Rage. Let's see if we could reach them from here.
Side, Captain!
I can't even see them. Huh. Oh, now I can. Okay. Yep, I sure can reach them from here. They don't do that much damage, though.
Starboard side, Captain!
That's a little unfortunate. But I'm sure with a lot of hits we could take them down. Did they really want to balance out all of the cannons or something? I mean, these things cost money, right? Why would they need to balance them out?
Ship up the starboard bow!
I think they're almost down, actually. You can see the fire on their sails.
Enemy to starboard!
Let's see what the front cannons can do. Like the voodoo cannon. Whatever this does. Oh, it's got a cool effect to it. That's cool. Take this. Nice. Alright, Gibbs, let me control the ship. I gotta be a salty old sailor, don't you know? Let's see what the limits are to the ocean, how far we could go out. You know, that'd be fun. I could probably waste us some time. Because there might be a lot to it, who knows? Who knows where that invisible wall could lie?
Been to the world's end, and I've no intention of ever going back.
Alright. So that's what it's like. Okay, it just sends you back to a random area. Cool. It seemed like Jack had a specific voice line for that. Do all the characters have one? Let's find out. I mean, it's kind of cool that there's a whole storm effect to it if you go out far enough. The game's like, yeah, this is too dangerous for you to travel to. It's best if you're not to worry about it. Alright, yeah, Barbossa's not saying anything about it. Interesting. It could have just been a random line triggered by Jack. Who knows? But whatever. Okay, interesting. Clicking the right analog stick, by the way, resets your camera. That includes while on the ship. Huh. Let's see how far the other side is before it's considered out of bounds. If only there were a way to track these gold stars, because I have no idea how much I've actually traveled or sailed on the ship. Watch it like not be for long to where I have to sail for another 30 frickin' minutes. Dear God. I might have to do like a time lapse of this or something, because if there's a lot, it'd be frickin' ridiculous. Ugh. Dear God!
Ship ahoy! Captain, one of South Feng's ships be coming up on us.
Oh boy. You see, the trick is we probably should not use the speed boost, because the whole goal here is to pat out for time as much as possible. And we reach the end. Cool. Now, we'll see what all those ships are up to, just for the heck of it. Because we got time, right? I mean, yeah, I already checked. That's all that's left. Is to see if we've got the guts to be a salty old sailor. There's a whole ship battle going on there. We should engage. That'd be funny. The Royal Navy is trying to rid of the seas of pirates, one ship at a time. Let us stop them. Alright.
We got him! Nice.
Get the heck out of here.
Reload.
You guys don't belong here.
Down to the locker with ya.
Alright. Screw it. Let's unleash Calypso's rage on them. That would be funny. That would be pretty wacky. No, not on them. Oh, God. Come on, game. That's not necessary. And we leveled up, by the way. Ah, screw it. We'll sink these guys as well. I don't think they're our friends either. Yeah, apparently they're not. Okay. Well, we got more waves of ships. Let's do this. Boom.
You won't be trying that again.
Now look at these pathetic ships. Got them in a snap.
Ready in the guns, Captain.
Let's use Calypso's rage again.
Got him.
Boom.
Got him!
They sure got range.
Get ready to go, Captain!
Man, this game really expects you to sail for a whole 2 friggin' hours. That's ridiculous. I don't remember if there are other play sets that have, you know, gold stars as ridiculous as this play set. Like, I think this is the only one that has one that requires multiplayer. So, yeah, pretty interesting.
Starboard side, Captain!
Here we go. I wonder if we could shoot from both sides and see how effective that is.
Fire on!
Apparently it wasn't.
Reloading the cannon, Captain! Direct hit, Captain! Enemy to starboard! They got us!
Boom.
Hey! We got him! Down to the locker with ya! Ready in the guns, Captain! That be a tough one, Captain. We may need stronger cannon.
No, we don't. We took them down. Although barely. We're just barely standing.
Ship up the starboard bow!
But we are still standing, so, you know. There we go! Helping other pirates. Even though we pretty much killed all of them. But, you know, helping ourselves, you know? Because that's what real pirates do. I think.
On deck, you trusty ship up the starboard bow! Nice shot!
It's weird, just saying that. Oh, come on, game, really? Yeah, it just had to do that to me. Think about what you've done to Captain Barbossa.
Starboard!
Oh, yeah, there's a ship over there. Just doing that mission made a whole bunch of other pirate-related things from my childhood flash before my eyes
Pirates, Captain, and they don't appear to be keeping to the code.
that I could probably talk about right now.
Ooh, that'll hurt him.
And no, not all of them have to do with SpongeBob SquarePants. But rather, stuff from the internet, like... Of course, I'm sure some of you remember the Lazy Town song, "You are a pirate. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate." That was one I listened to a lot as a kid. And I actually found it through the internet. I didn't watch Lazy Town as a kid, but most of my exposure to that show as a kid was because of the internet. Yeah, I was one of those weird kids, like, to where, like, by age 6, I had started watching YouTube. You know? To be fair, this was also back to where it was weird for kids to watch YouTube. Because it was still kind of a new thing. This was around 2009, 2010. So, yeah, because I think nowadays it's kind of a normalcy for children to watch YouTube. In fact, I'm pretty sure YouTube encourages it with their whole YouTube Kids app and stuff. But yeah, I do remember that, I think it was like a Star Fox related video where I first heard the song, "You Are a Pirate."
I bet my mother's last tooth on it. Starboard side, Captain!
Some of you might know about the video, but I'm sure it'll take me a long time to explain it, because it requires you to have knowledge of the Star Fox video game series from Nintendo. So I don't know if I... Ha! Not again! There we go! We got the gold star. Salty old sailor. Alright, may as well do one last ship battle. They're down. These guys are about to be down.
Reload the guns!
That is if Calypso's rage has that much range. Come on. There we go. All right. And I believe... are there other ships around here? I don't, because I sure don't see any. Alright, this works. And here we are. I'm still not sure what this fisherman did. I don't think he did anything. But whatever. He's cool, I guess. Nice. We could shoot cannons at these islands. Isn't that funny? Never realized that until now. But anyways, yeah, I believe that is it for the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. It was a long one, but I believe it is now over. So yeah, that's it for it. And now, I'll probably go to the Hall of Heroes and see all that's changed there. Now that we've gotten all 30 gold stars for the playset. Isn't that nice? Alright, so yeah. That will be our next destination, which I believe we actually have to go back to the main menu in order to do that. So yeah, I'll see y'all there. Alright, here we are. We now have extra statues in the Hall of Heroes. That's nice. Alright, it's not going to tell us what stage we unlocked. Royal Hall of Heroes. Are there more stages we unlocked, or that's it, or is that it? That might be it. We have unveiled more power discs, including Merlin's Summon there. And I think that's it, right? Yeah. I believe that is it. Okay. Well, I believe all the way over there are where our Pirates of the Caribbean statues are gonna be. Yep, over here. Such as Barbossa. We have a bronze Hector Barbossa statue and a silver Hector Barbossa statue. We also have Jack Sparrow, a bronze Jack Sparrow statue, and a silver Jack Sparrow statue. Very nice. And we also have Davy Jones, a bronze Davy Jones statue, and a silver. Very nice. And I believe outside is where the crystal Jack Sparrow statue will lie. Yep, over here. There he is. Look at that. Pretty cool. And with our collection, we now currently have 113 gold stars. You could just add an A to that and you got yourself a little staple to Pixar movies with A113. There you go. I believe we have all of the uh-oh. Wow, you know what? I pulled this off again. Just like in the Monsters University playset. I forgot to open the character vault. How stupid of me. Thank God I landed on Buccaneer Bay before. I don't know what that last frame was. Anyways. Because that's where the last or that's where the character vault is. The last of the stuff we need to open. I completely forgot again. My god, am I going to do this every time? I probably am, honestly. Knowing me. I'll never remember. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Here we are. We have the vault, which requires all 3 characters to open. Alright. It has opened. We have the Pirates of the Caribbean toy box. A Pirates of the Caribbean playset themed toy box. Stone Arc Fort. A stone fort from the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. Macus. A fearsome member of Davy Jones' crew from the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. Pentel. A bumbling pirate with ever-changing allegiances. Open Sea Sky. Breathe in the salty sea air with the sky from the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. Buried treasures, surfaces, and objects from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Clock Tower, the clock tower from the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. Turtle Pirate, a fearsome member of Davy Jones' crew from the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. So yeah, we unlocked a lot from that vault, but I believe that is it in terms of everything for the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. So yeah, tune in next time. Which will quit. As we go ahead and see what we're going to tackle next. Which, shoot, I don't have it with me. Because next is where we're going to tackle the Cars playset. Which, I'll probably splice in some footage of me opening that up here. So yeah, tune in next time to where I'll cover one of the non-starter pack playsets for this game, the Cars playset. So yeah, I'll see y'all then.